What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a nice week or weekend whenever I'm posting this. It is Thursday for me. I am gonna this is just kind of like a test, so let me know what you guys think. This is our 16th episode, I believe, of Detroit Dart Talk. So what probably makes sense is to make a separate YouTube channel for Detroit Dart Talk, because it is a separate thing from Detroit Dart Club, and it's a shared thing too. So we'll probably be doing a separate YouTube channel for that. But I kind of want to post one episode, get your guys' thoughts, comment below what you guys think. This guest was Matt, and he is part of the Detroit Dart Club, and yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to check out Detroit Dart Talk, the Instagram page. Also, you can find it on Soundcloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and someone said that it was on Google Music or something. I don't know. I didn't post it there, but maybe someone else did. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one.
All right, who's going to do the opening?
I don't remember what it is.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay.
Me. Whoa.
All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Detroit Dart Talk. We have a different episode today. We have our very own Matt from Detroit Dart Club here.
Hi, everybody.
And if everyone wants to, who else we got here?
Tom.
And Tim.
Tim, yes. No Eric for this episode. He'll be in the next one. We're doing a double episode today. We are in Detroit, and it is -6 out right now currently. With the wind chill, it's supposedly negative
freezing.
30 or something. It's like a state of emergency, but we're here. We're here. All right, so what are we talking about first?
Well,
where's Eric? We need him.
So do we just want to go into the
mod of the week?
Yeah, it's just going to mod of the week.
All right, mod of the week.
All right, we're going to hand it off to Matt today.
All right. Well,
Or do you want to talk about yourself a little bit first?
Well,
Introduce yourself.
sure. Why not? I've never been here. Might as well introduce myself. I'm Matt. I just live in the local Detroit area. I've been coming to the SDNC Wars pretty much the whole time. First time interacting with Tim was trading him a Crimson Recon for a Mastodon.
Oh, yeah.
So that was cool.
Red Sonja.
He invited me to a mod party, and we kind of hit it off from there. That's when I met Tom and Sam, a couple other the guys in the group. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I do work at the Detroit Dart Club with Connor. He is the man. He's an awesome boss, just saying.
Too kind. I told him he had to say that.
Oh, yeah, I just got a boost in my pay this week.
Had to say it.
But other than that, I think I bring the biggest, well, not the biggest enthusiasm, but a lot of enthusiasm to the group.
You bring the biggest ammo to the group.
I do bring a lot of Mega.
Matt loves to run Mega in our
Yes,
club.
I do.
He's our exclusive Mega guy.
You know,
We'll call
Mega,
him
why
Shield
not?
Breaker.
yeah, I'll take it. That's fine. I go by Crimson Bison anyway, so the red and the Mega goes well.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So for our mod of the week, we were going to talk about the what do we say?
Apollo.
The Apollo. Thank you. Too many Greek god names. It was escaping me.
Right? And now they're getting into other god names with the Jupiter and all that.
Yeah,
So.
going
Roman.
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 Yeah.
Roman. Yep.
So you were just working on some Apollos. So what kind of stuff can you do with the Apollo?
You can actually do a lot with the Apollo. With all the reskins and stuff like that, I've just been taking two different shells, slapping them together. That's what I do. I do the red and blue shells. I did the Phantom Core and the white camel one they just released at Walmart.
Now, you have a name for when you do that. What do you call it?
Oh, yeah, that's my Two-Faced mod. Yeah.
Okay, love it. love the DC reference there.
Oh, yeah. And other than that, I didn't do much to the actual mod, but there's so much you can do with the Apollo. Like, I was sitting there just thinking, what should I do to this? And it's like, I already took out the handle, replaced everything in that. That's all good. Now, should I add a 3D kit to the pump or do something janky like our guy Sam, who he does all the time? He's got crazy blasters. But his Apollo kit, he actually is talking about selling to somebody. in the Discord. And then he was like, oh, no, probably not. But he ran his Apollo kit. I've even used it, and it was really good.
Now, that Apollo kit he's talking about basically extends the barrel using some PVC and then has a large, like a PVC sleeve over the barrel to act as a pump prime. And then is the bar that attaches to the priming hook wooden? Or?
Yeah, it's like a wooden
wood.
dowel.
Okay. So PVC and wood, it's something you can find at any hardware store, and he made a total pump prime kit that doesn't look like very much, but it's highly efficient.
It is efficient. You can rattle off some shots really quick with the Apollo anyway, but with any kind of pump kit, Sam's proved that, you can go even faster.
Yeah,
It's
and
nice.
there are a few out there, for consumption on Thingiverse and whatnot. And then I know Out of Darts has one in his shop that someone designed for him to sell exclusively. And Worker has one. One of the other guys in the club has a really nice painted up Apollo with the F10 555 pump prime kit, and that looks real slick because it's like
gorgeous.
a purple to black fade paint job. Almost, I think it's like automotive paint finish.
I think so too. And he's got high gloss on it. It's nice.
It's gorgeous. So yeah, plenty of pump kits. Can that take a K26, or is it its own?
Oh,
spring
yeah.
size?
Yeah, I mean, K26 isn't that much heavier than a rival spring already.
It's
Right.
not.
So it can, but
But
it's not gonna do
the,
much.
The diameter, the spacing is right for
Yeah.
K26.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
like the rival springs basically are K26
Gotcha.
for all intents and purposes.
Right. Okay. Obviously, you can do lock removal. Does AR removal in the Apollo really do anything for you?
Not much. It really just takes the life of your blaster down.
Yeah.
Because the inside of the Apollos, well, the internals for the Apollo, I would say are kind of finicky anyway.
Yeah.
Because they all are pieced together. That is the good thing. But if you take out a screw or you don't put a screw in too far enough or whatever, it's going to mess up. It's either going to, it's not going to prime smooth, or it's just not going to run good for you. You're going to get jams all the time. It sucks.
Now, Connor, you ran Apollos at the club for a while, and did you stop using them because they were jamming all the time, or just because it was a mag system and you wanted to keep away from that, or?
I would only bring them out with groups that seemed like they knew what they were doing. Really, usually adult groups for sure. But they broke, like the top primer,
The
thingy.
hook.
The hook, yeah,
Yeah.
that would just break off, and they just tend to break too often. So I got rid of them after that. But they do jam, but they're really easy to unjam.
Yeah.
When you know what you're doing. Like for me, I can unjam that in like half a second. But
Wow.
once you teach people how to do it, like they can figure it out. A lot with the rivals, it takes a game or two to get the hang of them anyways. I'll bring out a couple of those. We only have a couple of them anyways, but I'll bring them out if it's a repeat group and they're like, hey, like, do you have that one blaster that we used that one time? And I'm like, all right, you know what you're talking about. So I'll bring them out for certain groups, but for the most part, we're all Artemis, and yeah, it's a little bit easier. But as far as like, yeah, if it's a big group too and it's an adult group, we'll just bring out all the blasters. But thanks to Matt, we have a lot of Artemises that are fixed, and we are not short on Artemi.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Went through
It's
the
huge.
backlog stock and cleaned them up a little bit, made sure they were all working
And
good.
those are a pain in the ass to take apart, too. Hands down, that is
Yeah.
the hardest blaster I have ever modified. Because my personal one has a K26 in it, and God, I still have nightmares about that.
I keep thanking Josh for doing the two-faced to that blaster, because I did not want to open it up. At least not with you around, Tim, because I was terrified
PTSD.
of opening it up. Yes. Even with just the opening a twin shock gave me just bad PTSD. It just exploded all over me. And it was not a good show.
Do you know where all the twin shocks are? Do we have them in store?
We got like 9 sitting back there.
I know Dakota took a bunch home because he wanted to do like a Nerf man or something, and like bolt a bunch together and just have a person like a Nerf
Gundam suit.
giant thing.
I know
yeah.
I took one of those twin shocks home at one point and pulled it apart and figured out what had broken in that one.
I remember that, and then it broke like a week later.
Did it?
They're just like, yeah. I was like, oh man, it's too bad. They're fun.
Oh yeah.
They look cool. They look good in like videos and pictures, and if you have fresh starts, those things are borderline aggressive. When you're up close with someone, I'm like, do not aim for the face.
Oh, wow.
Like those things can those will hurt.
Right.
But those are fun.
Nice.
They are. And you know me, the Mega Man. I love them.
Yeah.
I do
got
enjoy
my personal
Mega.
one.
I really like the what are the new ones?
Bulldog.
The Bulldog. Those are fun.
Yeah.
I got to get more of those. They have not broken yet,
No?
right?
No.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Only thing that comes off is the little flip up sight. And
Oh yeah.
Nobody
A
uses
sight
that
on any
anyway.
blaster ever just
Yeah.
will be lost immediately.
Oh yeah. DDC is rough on our blasters.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, so that's our mod of the week is talking about the Apollo. What did anybody gone to any recent events? We haven't recorded since
It's been a while.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a couple weeks because the competitive night was the night of one of that snowstorm.
Yeah.
So
So that didn't happen.
that didn't happen, and then we had a week off. So that's 2 weeks
Yeah.
of no events. But this weekend,
Yeah, we got
Z13, right?
Z13 coming
Yeah.
up.
yeah, we
I didn't
do.
put a new game type into this week's. I figured we would just take this one kind of easy. I do have one more in the back burner that I just kind of have to polish up and pare down the description. One of our guys in the club, Joe Furby, who is Pinky E Pink. I forget what his Discord username is, but he totally fleshed out the rules for this, and he created a huge backstory, which is awesome. But it's
Nice.
probably like a page and a half of backstory, which I usually give like 3 or 4 sentences. So I got to pare it down to include it in our rules document. But it's a 2-flag capture the flag that basically, so in the backstory for our 1 flag capture the flag, it's the boomer staff. The boomer gets killed and then his staff drops, and so the 2 survivor colonies are trying to get their hands on the staff. In his, basically what it is like the government is trying to do supply drops to the survivor colonies, and each colony realized if they have control of the beacon that the supply drop people are dropping the supplies to, they would get double supply drops. So each colony is trying to steal the other team's beacon before the supply drop comes in.
okay, how do you win that game? Or is that
It would just be
zombies always win
it
kinda
would
game?
no, it would just be a point system,
Okay,
kind of like how we do with the boomer staff. The first team to 3 points.
okay.
This would be you get the beacon, you get a point, and basically.
Sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. So, and then somebody had also suggested doing flag push with the single flag capture the flag. Kind of like getting the boomer staff into the other team's area. Kind of like the boomer staff's going to explode after you touch it after a certain amount of time or something. So we might play around with that, but we'll. I don't know. Maybe so. This is the February Z13 coming up. So I don't know. Maybe the March Z13 will roll out the 2 flag capture the flag. Got to figure out what I'm going to use for the beacons. Maybe the flags that I got at the December Z13.
Yeah, the blaster raffle.
Yeah, that was awesome.
How many beacons are there going to be?
Just 2, one for each team.
Cool.
The idea kind of in the backstory was like, okay, the red flag's over here, so that's where they're going to drop the supplies for the red team, and then the blue flag was over here, so that's where they're going to drop the supplies for the blue team. So whoever can get the other team's flag,
Cool.
scores the point.
I like it.
So,
Do we have an idea of how many people are coming, or any new people coming that we know of?
I know that some of the Ohio HVZ crew was talking about coming, like Tyler and Anna and some of those people.
Cool.
Justin. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping that we have around the same turnout as last time. The last one was a really good crew.
It was
That was-
really
yeah.
smooth.
Yeah.
Everybody knew what we were doing.
How many people were at the last one?
About 25.
That sounds
Yeah,
about
and
right.
that-
That
that-
seems to be like the sweet
It
spot.
is. And if we continue to have, huge groups, and we may end up having to go to like an invite type situation.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, fill 25 spots, and then if we have a couple of people from out of town that are, coming, and we find out after the fact, we can fit them in. But
Yeah.
around 25 is the sweet spot.
Right. And I wouldn't mind staying home, maybe 1 or 2 Z13, so anybody else could try and
Yeah.
get in here and experience it.
Well, I would never say no to having moderators helping out. So, all right. Well, so why don't we move on to our main topic, which is Nerf collecting, and that's why we have Matt in the studio with us today, because Matt has an absolutely amazing collection, and
Thank you. Thank you so much.
why don't you take us a little bit into, well, tell us first a little bit about your collection. What are some of your favorites and rarest finds and stuff like that?
I don't know. The Crimson Recon, that was a pretty good find.
Yeah.
That was just an internet haul I saw. It was a kid. He was getting rid of his blaster so he could get a game console. So I was like, sure. How much do you want for the red Recon? It had the stock, the front barrel, and the light. So I was really excited about that. He was like, I don't know, $10? I offered the kid 15, and he was like, no, I'll just take 10.
Wow.
And I met him like a block away from his house. I did have to drive about 15 miles for it. So that's all right.
Fair enough. You can find anything if you look hard enough on, Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever. And sometimes it seems like some people don't even realize what they have. I got a long strike for, I think it was $3 or $5 one time, and they go for, $15-$20
Just the front barrel.
just
goes
for the
15,
front barrel.
20.
Exactly. So they were asking $3, and I think I gave them $5 just because it was, some kid that was trying to save up money for something.
Right. See, that's another reason why I like our little group of people. We all like to help other people.
Absolutely.
We're nice. Sometimes. Unless we get a caliber, and then we like shooting each other.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's required, right?
Yeah, of course.
You found some great rare finds though. Like
Yeah.
the Power Strike 48 I'm working on.
I found
for
that
me.
just at a random Salvation Army at 8 Mile.
Wow.
Yeah, and with that was a turbo advance without the drum. I left that there. I got plenty of thrifting stories. I really do. I recently found another Mastodon for $2.50, Salvation Army, with full batteries. I was shooting people inside the line, so that was cool. And
Nice.
Another one. I did find a whiteout Fire Strike before.
Oh, no way.
Night
Yes, Night Finder.
Yeah.
Yes, Night Finder. And I K26 that. I lubed it up. I did do a little touch-up paint on the white because it was scraping off a little bit. And then I put it in a bag and put it in a shelf, and it just sits there now.
Oh.
That's probably like, and I picked that up for like 75 cents.
So that's one of your
That's definitely
one of the favorites in your collection.
yeah,
Then.
it's definitely a favorite.
Wow.
I think you need to start a thrifting YouTube channel or something.
I probably could have like last year, maybe a year or two ago, but I've kind of died down on it. But it's because my collection is
You got
just
a
so
lot.
big now, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here. We're to talk about that. I have so much. It's getting down to I have a Boomco bin, I have a Mega bin, Rival bin, N-Strike bin. There's bins for Rebel. There's bins for Star Wars. It's getting a bit overwhelming sometimes, and that's why I'll try to throw out. My last big selling haul I gave to Tom, which was a bunch of flywheel blasters. I sold to you for
I
like
remember that.
$50,
Yeah.
and that was like 2 rapid strikes, like 2
It's like
stripes.
a Rapid Strike, a Brutus, or a Brute, Strife, Rapid Red, like a Firefly, something like that.
And
Wow.
yep. And I think a couple of those 6 mags that keep the
Oh, Hellfire.
Hailfire. Yeah.
Is that? I don't think I took the Hellfire. 'cause I
No,
didn't have
you
one.
split that one with somebody. Remember?
Yeah, I don't remember who, but
Yeah. But
Now, do you display any of them, or do you just keep them in the bins, or?
I display a couple of them. Like, some of them are too big to really put in the bins, like the Mastodons I got to hang up. I display Zombie Strike long shot I got for like $3, but I put a bunch of work into it with a pump grip, the worker pump grip. It's it's gorgeous. It's a 3D printed orange see-through filament.
Ooh.
Yes, and
Worker did that?
yes, and with the orange on the Zombie Strike blaster, it just pops. I really like it.
Ooh, I want to see that.
I think I brought it to the Lapeer War we went to.
Oh, maybe
That was like one of our first wars we went to.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'll bring it back in.
All right, cool.
Show you guys.
So, how do you display them when you display them? Do you have like a pegboard or?
I don't have a pegboard set up right now, but right now, all my stuff's in the basement. Just think of normal basement ceiling, bunch of rails going across.
Yep.
Just screw in hooks. That's what I hang them
Okay.
on. I got like 4 or 5 hammer shots up there that I've done. My big hand cannon hammer shot I got with the 3D kit on it. Sweet Revenges I've done.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Magnus collection I just finished. I just got the Zombie Strike Magnuses, and I love them.
Oh, I really want an orange Zombie Strike Magnus. You ever see one of those in the wild? Grab it for me, please.
Oh, yes. I got to grab an orange for you and a blue for Josh because he wanted a blue. And Eric wants a original red one, he told me.
Did those come in the 2-pack, the zombie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
did.
I thought. I remember seeing those, and I don't know why I didn't buy them.
I never bought
I love
one
the Magnus.
because the last one I saw was at a Kmart, closing Kmart, and the box was all tore up, and they still wanted $35.99 for it.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Where
my
was
heart.
this?
It was maybe last year.
Where?
Kmart.
Kmart, okay.
Yeah, dying store.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the recolored blasters that were put into the Zombie Strike line were usually store exclusives. Mm-hmm. Kmart and Walmart and
I don't think Target got any, did they?
Zombie Strike exclusive? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I know
I
that
feel
They
like that's
do have
where
the
I
melee
saw
weapons.
it, though, was that 2-pack was at Target, I'm pretty sure.
so the 2-pack of the Double Strike in the orange and green you can now find at Dollar General, I hear.
Family Dollar.
Family Dollar. And is Family Dollar the one that is owned by Walmart?
I'm not sure.
I know one of the dollar store chains is owned by Walmart.
Oh, nice.
And that would make sense that they have an exclusive if they have a parent company like Walmart.
Yeah, it would make sense because Walmart's always getting exclusive colors and blasters like that.
Yeah. And that's something that we are going to miss out on not having Toys R Us around here anymore is we won't have access to those reskins, those special colors.
I know, all
store
the Sonic
exclusives.
Ice, the Sonic Fire, it's all gone. Speaking of which, I just got the Sonic Ice and Fire Jolts from Chalo.
Oh, really?
I
Ooh.
traded for him, yeah.
Would you trade him?
I traded him just 2 orange Jolts. He wanted, because he wants to get a load out of all orange
Yeah.
Jolts and
Okay.
stuff, so I traded him straight up. I was like, awesome, that's cool.
I've got a couple of those regular orange jolts. I'd love to get my hands on a transparent orange one.
I do have one. I might have an extra,
Ooh,
so
take a look. Let me know.
I will let you know. And see, that's another thing. I love being the guy that, somebody in the group's looking for something. All I got to do is look in the damn bin. Bam. Either I got it or I'll find it in the wild for you. So
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's talk about finding stuff in the wild. Yeah, I mean, I think in the entire club that we have here in Michigan, you and Josh are probably hands down the best thrifters that we have. You guys are constantly updating us with these cool finds that you found. You know, Josh recently found a second Power Strike 48. So
Yep, I brought that in for
yeah,
you.
that's awesome. So what? How do you go about getting these great finds?
Now, I got to pick out days when I just want to go out by myself for like 4 or 5 hours, just driving, get a good CD, maybe a new CD. I usually listen to Guardians of the Galaxy the whole time.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And I stop basically at these little mom and pop joints in between, your usual stops, Salvation Army, Value World. And I wish we had a Ross in Michigan because I keep hearing about this place from everywhere else, and they get new inbox blasters for like $3.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Like down in Virginia, we used to have them, but I never saw anything like that.
Really?
Yeah, I saw pretty trash stuff,
Gotcha.
like just Mavericks.
See, I always thought that like Goodwill was the thing we were missing out on here because, you know, we have tons of Salvation Armies all over the place, and we have a couple of Value Worlds, and obviously we have Community Thrift, which is our usual gold
Haven.
mine. Yeah.
Right.
But it seemed like in the YouTubing community, everybody was always like, "Oh yeah, I found this at Goodwill. I found this at Goodwill," and I always figured that, you know, maybe Salvation Army just kind of, you know, they had decided that it went against their whole mindset and philosophy of what they were trying to do in the world and whatnot, so they didn't really, you know, seek that stuff out. But there are a few Goodwills, you know, if you expand and look in the greater Detroit area.
Yeah.
And I've never had any good luck when I've hit those up either.
I haven't had much luck either. There was one, isn't there one on the west side around, I don't want to say 8 Mile, but I always drive 8 Mile. It's probably north of 8 Mile.
Oh, the one I went to is downriver, like Dearborn or Allen Park or somewhere out that way.
Yeah. Actually, I think it is around that area. I'm terrible with driving.
Maybe Westland. I know that's further north. But I've been to at least a couple of Goodwills and never found anything worthwhile. The only we stopped on the way back from the Lapeer War, and I found that Falcon Fire. Was that a Goodwill or was that a Salvation Army?
That was, oh, wait. That might have been a Goodwill.
I think it was, and that's the only, I think, good find I've found at a Goodwill.
And that's the other Goodwill that I've been to. I've only seen like 2 in Michigan.
So you take time out. Do you do this during the day or in the afternoon, or is there
It's either
a good time of day to be going for thrifting?
definitely the best time of day is early. You got to get out before, honestly, you got to get out before the grandmas get out there and the people that want to check the shelves for stuff they can resell on eBay and stuff like that. And yes, that is my biggest pet peeve. If you go to a thrift store, buy stuff for $1.50 and charge someone $150 online for it, that just infuriates me. Like, give someone a break. You don't need $100 profit on something you found in the trash, basically. You know, I don't know. That's why I try to help out in the group. But yeah, I pick a day. Either I work at WeatherGuard Windows, so in the winter, right now, I got a week off. That's why I'm here. I'd pick a day, leave about 8:30 in the morning, because our thrift stores usually open about 9 o'clock. I'll get to this one place at between Hayes and Gratiot on 9 Mile. It's this little place that's closed up now. They were getting up some Nerf guns in, but this guy, he hit, storage bins, stuff like that. That's how he would fill his store. And he was charging $15-20 a blaster. And I stopped going there once he started catching on that I was getting stuff in there and getting it on the cheap. But I'd hit that place, go north on Gratiot, because there's kind of a just shop after shop after shop right on Gratiot after you pass 14 Mile. And then there's a DAV place, which closed up. That kind of sucks. Salvation Army right there, the Value World across the street from the Salvation Army.
Yep.
But Community, which everybody talks about in our group, is the place to go for blasters. I found tons of stuff. My first Raven, I found there with Josh on our first actual hangout. We did a thrifting trip. And we did that whole little circle on Gratiot.
Yeah, it's nice. There's 5 or 6 that you can hit all in a row, and usually most of them are busts, but
yeah,
if you're going early enough, then you probably find better stuff.
You do. And if you want to spend a little more time out there, hit the mall because you're there just for fun. And you wait until after that 11 o'clock run because they'll restock their shelves, especially at Community, around 11, 12 o'clock. If you wait that hour and go back up there, you can usually find another blaster or two that you need or want. Because the same day that me and Josh went out, I found that Raven. We went back, and then I found a Rapid Strike in the bin. And I was like, I just picked up a Rapid Strike. I don't need it. But it was still in the bin. That was cool. Other than that, it's repetition. You got to hit all the time.
Gotcha.
There's a shop right like a mile away from my work. I hit it literally every day. They know me. I'm religious there.
They
I
just
always
start
hit the
pulling
tour
stuff aside
section.
for you?
No, they haven't. I've asked a couple times, but no. I think I might have to bribe somebody. Maybe like, hey, if you pull something out, I'll give you a couple bucks on the side.
Start having to take pictures of what they got coming in.
Send it to me during work, and then I'll come in on my lunch break.
Gotcha. So, what are your holy grails that you're still out there looking for?
Ooh, Holy Grails. I'm still looking for Gear Up. I didn't mention that.
I'd love to get my hands on a Gear Up Recon.
I got a Gear Up Barricade.
Yeah?
I found one. Yeah, for $3.99.
Nice. You have a Gear Up Barricade too, don't you, Tom?
No, I was gonna buy one, but then I realized I'd never do anything with it.
Ah.
So, and it was like $20. So like, why would I keep something around I'm never gonna use?
No. I'd probably spend $20 on the Bumblebee Barricade.
Yeah, no, I probably would too. I found one for like 40. It's
Nice.
just like, still no.
Nah, it's
I
a little
wish
high
they
price.
had those at Universal when I was down there a few years ago. I wish I had picked them up. I know.
That would have been nice.
Going back there this year.
Ooh,
I'll have
nice.
to see. Yeah. My son turns 11, so we're surprising him with a trip for his birthday to Harry Potter World.
Now that's a birthday.
How are you going to surprise them?
We're gonna give him a Hogwarts letter.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, like parchment paper.
Now, are you
envelope
going to do
ink.
it like the day you're going to leave?
No, we'll probably, because we're not leaving until
Your car, kids.
My parents did that to us when we were
Yeah.
for Disney World when we were kids. It was like we literally thought we were going up north, and it was like a weird time of the year where we're like, there's no snow, like we can't like go like skiing or anything like that. It was, and they're like, all right, and then they did like a hangman puzzle, and it's like we are going to Disney World, and it was the same like lettering as like we're going up north. I was like, all right, we're going up north. We know like that's where we're going.
Nice.
But it was epic. They're like, we have your stuff already packed, and we're leaving
Nice.
right now.
No, we're going. I think it's the week after his birthday, so we'll probably give him the Hogwarts letter for his birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe even open up a box and there's a stuffed owl in there with the letter printed in green ink on the
I'll get you
parchment
an
paper.
There's an exotic like pet place on like Fort or like Woodward and something I saw the other day. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do they have there?
Like, is it right next to like the owl?
Yeah,
Dude, the owl's so good.
I've heard,
The owl's really good.
but I want to see this exotic pet
Yeah.
place.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where is it now?
Woodward and
It's like, do you know where Vincetta Grill is?
Yeah.
Like right there.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Because there's a place on Gratiot, the Roadshow,
Yeah.
has all the exotic, but they're mostly lizards and stuff.
Yeah, mostly lizards.
We'll get you your owl.
They got a big
and then
box
when you're
turtle
done,
in
you
there.
just go. You're free. You're free now.
I don't think I'd be allowed to get rid of it if I gave my son an owl.
No.
No, probably not.
Definitely have to get him a cage to walk it around everywhere.
So, but yeah, I'll definitely have to keep an eye out and see what kind of exclusives they might have down there.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Because Transformers is a big attraction there.
Mm-hmm. They just had the Bumblebee movie come out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if they like have the barricade still because the movie came out.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if
Yeah.
I'd get both of them if I could get my hands on them.
The other one was Optimus Prime, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice. And speaking of Bumblebee, I just picked up the Bumblebee Nitro thing for $5.
I saw
Bumblebee
that.
Nitro thing. Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Bumblebee Nitro car shooter for $5 at GameStop clearance. So head to your GameStop if you're into Bumblebee or Nitro cars.
I'll have to check that out. Who was it? Brett that was talking about that Beret that he actually has used Nitro in wars and
Yeah.
gotten tags and
Yeah.
gotten killed.
He's got
What does he
videos of
sneak
it.
up to someone and just like?
Well, they got so first of all the Nitro launchers have a thing that disables it unless you have it on a table. So you have to mod it even if you're keeping it at stock performance.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can't carry it around and use it. But yeah, he's gotten it within range and launched a car at people and gotten tags that way.
I gotta watch that. I feel like I've missed a few of his videos.
Yeah. So I have to check that out.
Yeah.
Well,
We're at 34 minutes here. Should we keep it going? What do we?
I think we probably what else you got for us, man? What?
We did mention the Dream pickups.
Yeah.
And, I do want to pick up some more Gear Up stuff.
Yeah.
A full Gear Up Recon, which is probably unrealistic for U.S. Salvation Army because they were exclusive to Europe, weren't they?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Now, what all are in the Gear Up line? I know there's the Barricade. I know there's the predecessor to the Rampage, the
Raider.
and then
Recon.
the Recon. Is that it?
I think there's a Maverick.
There is a Maverick.
Oh yeah,
There's
Maverick.
always a Maverick.
So there's 4 in the
I could have sworn
Gear
there's
Up line.
more. Let me just Google it.
All right. Because in the Crimson line, there's a long shot,
Vulcan.
Vulcan, Recon. Is that it?
They didn't do a Maverick in that one.
Yeah.
What, Whiteout?
No, Crimson.
Oh, Crimson? No, they didn't.
There was, you mentioned the Recon?
Mm-hmm. Recon, long shot, Vulcan. I think that's it.
Honestly, yeah, I think that is it.
Yeah, so obviously those are the rarest for us over here. I wonder if like the Sonic Ice and the Sonic Fire are coveted by people in other parts of the world, just like the Gear Up and Crimson are here for us.
That would be a good fact to know. Because I got a couple of those too for cheap when Toys R Us was going out of business.
I've got a Sonic Barricade that I'll eventually do something with now that I have my 3D printer up and running, which
that's cool.
It's printing so smooth already. I barely had to do any tweaking to it.
You excited?
I am.
Nice.
I've got a little cube robot on the print bed right now. My boys are excited to see what it looks like when it's done.
Will we see Voltron?
I have not found a good Voltron file for anything to print. There is it is a USB cover it looks like the Voltron key, and you stick it over a USB drive.
That's pretty cool.
So I might do that. I've got to get some more colors filaments. So I'm just playing with stuff that I don't care what it looks like yet.
Right.
What colors do you have already?
Just silver, just what came with the Prusa. Anyways.
Yeah.
Shout-outs?
Shout-outs.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll go first. First shout out to Connor. He's the man for me, man. That's it. He's my boss. He's my buddy. We basically talk and hang out about everything after work, before work.
It's awesome.
Tops in my book.
Sweet, man. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. And my little niece, Alyssa, she had her birthday last weekend, and we had a war at her house that I had so much fun.
That looks fun.
Happy birthday, Alyssa. My shout-out goes to Pressa Research because they made an absolutely amazing printer, and that was I had a lot of fun putting that together. So hopefully a lot of hours of enjoyment to come, and a lot of innovation and new blasters to field. Mm-hmm. Spring Thunder, Desert Pigeon, maybe a Meeker.
Who knows? Maybe a Foxfire?
Maybe eventually.
Maybe Foxfire.
Maybe eventually.
He's not saying no, that's what counts.
Maybe eventually. But I think the first blaster I'm going to do is a Desert Pigeon, or a Desert Pigeon, because I picked up the wheels from our buddies over at Blaster Core. So that's the only unique part that I need. Get my hands on some, I don't know, maybe I'll do a 3S Pigeon. Get my hands on some Krakens or Valkyries.
Have that boy singing.
Yeah. My thought is I'll kind of use it as a sidearm for competitive.
Yeah.
Because I'll print up not Talons. What are the other ones? Katana. Some of the 3D printed Katana mags.
Katana, Vorpal.
Probably Katana. Do Katana mags, and I'll do an adapter so I can run the Katana mags in my Caliburn, and that way, if I need some rapid fire, I can just throw one of the magazines I've got into my Desert Pigeon and do my rush with that.
Yeah. I'll shout out Chalo for finally sending back that monorail.
Saw that one coming.
It's been a long time coming, but it's back.
Yeah. Had a little bit of fun with it before we started recording.
Oh, yeah. No, it's still fun. It's a fun blaster to use.
Yeah, I wish I got my hands on one.
I did get that one online.
Did you?
Yeah, I ordered that one from Target.com.
Yeah, there's another one if you ever come across in the wild. Snag it for me.
I might just have one in the bin sitting around.
Oh, yeah? Yummy.
Connor, any shout-outs?
Yeah, I want to shout out Joshua, who won the giveaway I had for
Oh,
my
yeah.
YouTube channel.
Woohoo!
Really nice guy. So shout out to him. I don't know if he listens to the podcast, but yo. And of course, my boy Matt. Got to shout him out.
Oh,
you got-
look at the bro love over
got
here.
it, got it. No, Matt really. I say it in the YouTube videos sometimes, but he really steps up a lot, and need more Matts at the Dart Club.
I try to.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say our employees aren't terrible at their job.
Matt's better than terrible, but
Just like
Wow.
better. Just
Better,
barely.
better than terrible.
Better than terrible. No, Matt's great.
Oh, I got one last shout out. Thank you to Square Enix for finally putting out Kingdom Hearts 3. It was only 13 years, guys. Thank
Right?
you.
Oh my gosh. Did you get your hands on it yet?
I took the rest of the week off.
Oh.
I'm already into the third world.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna record another episode in a few minutes. Eric should be here soon, and that's it for. How's Eric too? That's it for Tom, Tim,
yeah.
Matt, and Connor.
Send us free stuff.
Send us free stuff, and
Your free stuff is coming. I have a tracking order.
Free stuff.
tracking
I thought I
number.
was getting more free stuff. I don't remember. I thought
Send
someone told me
free
they're sending
mega stuff. That's what I like.
Just
I'll
send us
give
free
you-
stuff in general.
I'll give you a free knuckle sandwich.
anyways,
That's
check
not
us out on Instagram, Detroit Dart
aggressive.
Talk. Give us a review, nice friendly review on iTunes and other things and whatever.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. All right, guys.
Stitcher.
Later.
Later.